All right, we're ready for our second show. Once upon a time, there were a group of explorers who were kind of silly explorers, and they were out exploring the seven seas, and they couldn't really read a map. And they would say, how do you read this thing? Maybe it's upside down. Now, all of a sudden, while they were trying to read their map, they looked up the sky, and the dark clouds were coming, and they said, it looks like there's a storm brewing. And the waves began to get big, and it tossed them this way, and they said, whoa! And it tossed them that way, and they said, whoa! And all of a sudden, they heard some thunder, and they said, take cover! And the storm was so powerful, it broke their ship in half, and they had to swim with all their might, all the way to the nearest island. Now, what they didn't realize was they just swam to a very bad island. The dark island of the pirates. And on this island, there were a lot of bad things like snakes and spiders and an octopus that was really mean, and some ninjas and pigs, and pirates. And the pirates soon came, and they said, what are you doing on our island? And the explorer said, our ship broke in half. And we had to swim. But the pirates didn't believe them. They said, you're looking for our treasure. Let's tie them up. So now the pirates tied up the explorers really, really good. And then they said, let's go search for our treasure. So they went on search for their treasure. And now the explorer said, oh no! What are we going to do? But luckily, there were some magical mermaids nearby. And the mermaids came in and they said, what are you doing here? This is no place for explorers. So the mermaids quickly untied the explorers and they said, come with us to the forest. They all went to the forest. Now the pirates came back. Careful. And the pirates looked around and they said, arr! Where are those explorers? Let's go find them. So they went searching for the explorers. Now, the mermaids could sense the pirates were coming, so they said, we have to get out of here. Come on. And they began to run as fast as they could. And they ran all the way to the top of the hill. And then they got to the top and they looked down and they said, oh no, a volcano. And they looked back and the pirates were coming, so they said, we have to jump. 1, 2, 3. Whoa! And they landed in water. And they said, phew, that was close. Now they looked up at the volcano walls and they saw some writing. And they said, it's written in mermaid. And it says, follow this tunnel. So they began to follow a dark tunnel through the volcano wall. Now close behind them were the pirates. And the pirates ran to the top of the hill. And they said, a volcano? I guess we have to jump. 1, 2, 3. Whoa!